Hi. This is not the place or the timing I expected for this. I am literally sitting in a line waiting to pick up Allie, my little sister, from school. But I wanted to go over something that God reminded me of. I guess we can consider this a midweek message, although it's Thursday. I'm not wearing anything fancy. You know, we spend so long in our lives trying to act the way that we think would please God the most. And I'm not saying this to condemn anybody. I'm saying this for myself. This is something God's been working on with me, is that for those who don't know, I'm on this road to becoming a pastor, and leading church and doing ministry and leading others in their walk with God. And I get overwhelmed with trying to act like a pastor. And what do I mean by that? I mean bringing Bible jokes and scriptures into things and, knowing what to say and how to help and how to lead others. Now, the truth is I don't know these things. I'm 19 years old, so I read a lot of books. That's what you're supposed to do, And so now I have this book obsession and this big old library, and I'm just like, but yet it still didn't feel right. And God reminded me today, oddly enough, through a Disney movie, what was wrong. And that was this: I spent so long trying to be a pastor that I forgot the basics of what it meant to be alive. That is to say, I forgot just what it meant to be created by a God. I mean, think about that for a second. You weren't just dropped here by accident. You were created. Now that can raise questions. What is God doing to my purpose? Where is my purpose? I always told people my purpose was to be a pastor. When I went astray, God corrected me. But I don't think that's it. A purpose is not your career calling. A purpose is not who you're going to marry, how many kids you're going to have. That's the fine details. You were created to worship and honor and have relationship with your Creator. Think about that. To have a relationship with God. And He wants a relationship with you. This is a real issue for me that God has really just spoken on, and I felt like I needed to preach on it, to share on it. Like I said, I'm not prepared for this. I've written nothing down. This is totally just coming from Holy Spirit led at this point. Why do we focus so much on what we're doing and not so much on why we're doing it? Because it's so easy for somebody like me to say, yeah, well, I'm a pastor. God created me to be a pastor. Or God created you to be a teacher or a mentor or the husband to this person or a doctor to save lives. It doesn't matter. We focus on what's the will of God, what's my purpose, what's this, what's that. God just wants you to know Him. Doesn't mean those other things aren't important and that God doesn't have plans for you and what He knows will honor your life the best. I mean, God ordained me to be a pastor, to be a minister. You look at my life, there's no other way to look at my life. I mean, I was dead in the ditch. I was dead. I was in so much pain and misery, and God turned that around so I could help others in pain and misery. I mean, think of that in your own life experiences. What has God done for you that you just can't explain? I don't know. It just amazes me. And I don't have anything else to say. That's all I'm really called to say right now. But I just want you to be left with that particular message. That your purpose is never a career calling. Your purpose is to go into any career calling, whether it's an in-between of your final goal or where you are now, and live it out as a Christian and as a son or a daughter of Christ. And no matter what you do, you're supposed to bring God into the picture. Pray all day, night and day, without ceasing. That doesn't mean long, intricate, "Oh, thou art." Just bring him in. I was reading something today that talked about down to thanking him for a flower or that you're driving safely. I mean, Jesus, before he died, he got down and he was crying and he said, "God, is there any other way?" Just talk to him. I guess that's about it for this week's midweek's message. I think you will be seeing a lot more of these as time goes, but as for now, I have to let you go so I can pick up my sister. God bless.